Hey everybody, it's Catherine. So this video is geared more toward the guys. I recently had the pleasure of experiencing a new perfume, one from a perfume house that I hadn't previous knowledge. The perfume was called Crab Apple Blossom, and it was by Clive Christian. Now, I didn't have previous education of who Clive Christian was and the history of his perfume house. And just as a blind reaction to the fragrance, I instantly liked it. It's masculine, but in a way that I still personally enjoyed wearing. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I don't necessarily tend to go towards the masculine fragrances. I like the floral, the citrus, the sweet, the gourmand, the girly girl type fragrances. According to me, the girly girl according to me. I'm not defining girly girl, just what I would define as girly girl. I just really liked this fragrance, this Crab Apple Blossom fragrance by Clive Christian. It was citrus, it was fresh, it was smooth. It just reminded me of like an evening date in the summer. It just was a very enjoyable fragrance and one that I considered purchasing for my father. So I looked up more about the fragrance and the fragrance brand. Unfortunately, it is a little out of my price point, and like me, makes it all the more intriguing. The fragrance is rightly named as that it's supposed to embody the fragrance of an apple blossom in the spring. So the signature spring flower of apple blossom commingle with marine bergamot as the first impression to this fragrance. The dry down for the middle notes become more of a mint, more modern notes such as green rhubarb and sugar accord with the mint. The base of the fragrance is then a creamy sandalwood and aquatic driftwood. Clive Christian boasts on the website in the description of the fragrance as being a fresh, energizing, citrusy, soft perfume exploring 151 ingredients and a potent concentration of 25% for a lasting trail on the skin, blossoming like branches in the spring summertime, and in the spring sunshine, rather. And I have to say, I completely agree, at least in the longevity of the fragrance. I sprayed it on this morning, and I still smell it as strongly on myself now. And when I say strong, it's not one of those large-bodied fragrance. It's very soft and enjoyable, yet strong enough that, like, I smell it on myself right now while I'm moving. And I'm very happy about that. It's considered an aquatic citrus perfume, and I feel that defines it to a T. So if you enjoy those lighter, fresh, crisp fragrances, I think you would enjoy this one as well. So to give you a bit of a history of Clive Christian, it's a rather fascinating history. Clive Christian was actually a furniture designer. The brand is UK based. It was founded in 1999 when Clive Christian bought out the Crown Perfumery Company. The Crown Perfumery Company was founded in 1872 and was granted use of the royal crown by Queen Victoria. Unfortunately, the company came upon hard times and was losing profits, and so experienced a fall in the quality of the products. With the decline of the company, originally the trademark was this crown topper, and when the company fell upon harder financial times, they had to start creating this crown that the Queen had given permission to use out of plastic. So once Clive Christian purchased the company, the first release of the perfumes known as the original collection, which was titled 1872 X and Number 1. Upon the new millennium, there was a relaunch of this collection as well as a new collection known as the Private Collection. The Private Collection consisted of C, released in 2010, V, released in 2012, and L, released in 2014. More notable Number one, which again, as I said, was part of the original collection, which was the first collection released by Clive Christian once he bought out this company. Number one is the most expensive fragrance in the world. It's marked in 2006 costing $2,150 per ounce. Clive wanted the challenge, which is why the company became so enticing to him. He had already made himself notable as a furniture creator known for his art and skill of craft. He was a designer known for high quality craftsmanship as well as creativity, so he found the thought of reviving this once glorious perfume house into a new, again, thriving company. So he found the thrill and challenge enticing that he would reinvent and revive this once thriving perfume house. He wanted to create fragrances that he himself was seeking and unable to find, and fragrances that were themselves works of art in terms of being complex and sophisticated. True to claim, Clive Christian has been successful in creating these rare and elusive in quality fragrances. He uses 25% concentration, which is what makes the perfume so rare, is the concentration of the fragrance as well as the longevity of the fragrance by being this concentration. Number one was named number one as a declaration of its status. Titled as the world's most expensive perfume, and also is considered the best of the best. What makes the fragrance so expensive, again, is that quality of concentration. It contains the rarest and most fine essential oils. The fragrance is known to be sophisticated floral oriental with fruity top notes of plum miracle, white peach, lemon, and bergamot, spiced by cardamom and pimento oil. The heart of the fragrance is a more enchanting jasmine, carnation, and orchid, alongside vintage iris, ylang ylang, cedar, sandalwood, musk amber, tonka bean, and Madagascan vanilla, adding to the complexity of this complex fragrance. Much like Creed, I've found a lot in reading the history of a lot of his fragrances. It seems like every single one of his fragrance has a rich history or a story behind it, much like Creed. I hope that I get to experience more of these fragrances and maybe do more reviews on them in the future. If you can afford purchasing this fragrance, or if you get the opportunity to just experience it, if you're ever in a store that carries the line, such as Harrod's, Neiman Marcus. Neiman Marcus, it seems to, when I looked up places that perfume were sold, it was mostly couture perfume houses in Europe. So, but like I said, it's sold at Saks, Harrod's, Neiman Marcus, so you can check it out places like that as well. If you do get the opportunity to experience this fragrance, I'd love to hear your reaction or your thoughts. Everyone has a different opinion, so I'd love to hear someone else's. If you enjoyed the content of this review, I'd very much appreciate if you hit the like button. It helps me out. Also, if you enjoy the content of my reviews, I'd very much appreciate if you consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so you can be alerted when I post new videos. I try to post at least 2 per week, one a fragrance and one a cosmetic or skincare video. So I hope to see y'all again soon.